Oh boy, we got a big one here today. This is a 2003 Super 20-inch pedestal fan. That's right, this is a 20-inch pedestal fan, a model that I didn't even know existed until I found this one. Let's take a look at the information sticker right away. It's the UL sticker indicates it was made in the last month of 2003. It's a model C206, type 20 PS. 0.88 amps, that's a pretty chunky motor there. Made in China, quality control passed. Now it doesn't indicate what the OEM of this fan is, but it's not the SMC made fan. I think this was past that SMC era, which I think kind of wrapped up in the early 2000s, so 2001, 2002 at the latest I want to say. So this is made by some other manufacturer, but a really cool fan nonetheless. Now excuse my morning voice, still kind of croaky from just waking up, but yeah, really cool fan. So it does have the newer Super logo, which consists of this blue text with this design behind it. I personally prefer the older one just because of its simplicity, but you know, you can have your own opinions on it. It's got 3 skinny plastic blades, which don't have a whole lot of pitch to them. Let's see if we can get an idea of what the pitch looks like. Yeah, it's not super steep, but they still managed to push out some good air. Now this does have the mesh style grill, which I find is a bit more durable, but they tend to restrict the air, and visually it's not as appealing as the standard radial spoke grills in my opinion. Let's see what we got here. Now the controls are really annoying on this fan. It's mounted right behind the grills, so what you have to do is either reach around the grill like this, let me see that, or under it, which is extremely annoying. It does have a standard 3-speed control, grounded plug, and a clicking neck adjustable joint. Now there's a design flaw with this fan, which is also very annoying. It's also regarding the switch. The way the switch is mounted inside, I think it presses up against the pole mounting system. So from the weight of the grill, the fan kind of leans forward, and that puts pressure on the switch to a point where you actually cannot rotate the knob at all because it jams the knob up against this casing here. So it's just not possible to rotate it. So the only way is to push the hand or fan the grill back with your hand to relieve the pressure and then turn the knob, which is completely stupid. I don't know how this fan even made it through the design phase without failing that, but maybe it's just mine, I have no idea. But it's a very stupid design, very annoying to operate, but nonetheless it works, and we'll see in just a bit that it's actually a pretty good performing fan. There's the height adjustment pole, a very large 4-legged base. I mean, this takes up a huge footprint. Very easy to accidentally stub your toe on that. Alright, so I guess without further ado, we could start it up. I'll show you the back of it. Standard plastic casing. So, alright, let's start up the fan. Let me show you what I mean when I try to turn the knob. It's not possible, so I'm going to try to lift on the grill. There. And even so, you might have heard the knob grinding against the casing. Just such a really dumb design. Okay, so there it is running on low. Now what I noticed with this fan is that it's not about just pure size equivalent to pure power. Because I thought when I got this fan it would be like a scaled up version of a standard 16-inch pedestal fan, so you would get like much more airflow, it would be louder. But it's actually not true, it's kind of the opposite. It spins at a lower RPM, And airflow wise, it's kind of similar to a 16-inch pedestal fan. The only difference being that because it has a larger blade span, there's a much larger volume of air coming out of the fan. And also because it's been slower, it's quieter, making this fan actually a lot more pleasant in my opinion than a lot of 16-inch pedestal fans. It's a lot quieter, and the sound, despite it having a skinny plastic blade, which often have a very annoying buzzing sound, it's very pleasant. Kind of rambling on, but let me hear you, or let me let you hear just how quiet this thing is. It's super quiet. I'm impressed. Really neat fan. I just wish the pole was a little bit taller because comparing the fan head size to the rest of the fan seems kind of disproportional. I mean, you would think a fan this large would sit up a little bit higher, but it's kind of a short fan for a 20-inch pedestal. Alright, so I guess we can just bump it up to medium. Gotta do that annoying switch thing. So it's still super quiet, but I'm impressed by how much air this is moving. I'm not used to pedestal fans moving air in this manner, because typically they're all like 12 or 16 inches and they tend to put out a more concentrated beam of air. But this one it feels kind of, it's like comparing a portable fan to a ceiling fan. You get a much larger blade span. They run a little bit slower, quieter, but at the right combinations they can move a lot of air. And this is exactly what it is. It's very impressive. You can really feel the air getting drawn into it. Now, I currently don't have any 16-inch super pedestal fans, so comparison won't be possible, but maybe someday. Alright, so let's bump it up to full speed. Now that's impressive. Like noise level wise, this is, I would say, very comparable, if not quieter than some 16-inch pedestal fans. Yet the amount of air this is moving, both volume and velocity, is miles above a lot of similar pedestal fans from this time. It's really powerful. It's starting to blow everything around the room. Alright, let's turn on the oscillation. Oh, might make a mess in this room. Nice wide sweep of oscillation. That's gotta be more than 90 degrees. shut off the oscillator when it centers. And we'll power down. That switch is a major inconvenience, that's for sure. It's got a cool look to it when it spins down, those big skinny blades. Alright, well that is the 2003 20-inch Super Pedestal Fan. One very interesting one, definitely one of the more interesting super fans that I've found. I think this is up there with the little, what was it, the Jetstream fan? That was also kind of a weird one. Now this one I didn't even know they existed until I found this. When I saw it, I thought it was some kind of a Holmes fan, but I turned it around and it was a Super. So I was like, well, I'm taking that home. So there it is, guys. That is it for this one, so thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.